Hello, by now I believe you would have realized that the new screenshot mode has already landed in the live versions of Black Desert, and I have no doubt that this was an excellent addition to our fine collection of tools of which we can use to showcase the mesmerizingly breathtaking world of Black Desert, not to mention allowing the creatives among us to create masterpieces such as these, which would have been close to impossible in the past. With the vast array of options and possibilities available in our hands, we now have control over exactly what expressions and emotes we want our characters to perform and fine-tune elements such as time, weather, and ambience, previously only available to non-mortals and those who shall not be named, which is simply fantastic for those of us into photography in-game. However, there is one major and significant flaw with the current iteration of the new screenshot mode that I, as a YouTube content creator who primarily makes videos, must bring up, and that is the removal of the ability for creators to create videos that involve moving, panning, panoramic shots. Now, what's a moving panoramic shot, you ask? Well, what you've been seeing up until now are all panning panoramic shots. That's right, shots that are not just static but involve a moving camera going from one point of focus to another, allowing us to capture moments of brilliance such as these light rays. We used to be able to do this by us hanging out near a wall or on a bench of some kind and then pressing R to go into spectator observe mode, and then pressing Ctrl U to hide the UI, granting us the same mobility that the mode had to offer while hiding the UI. Now, this ability is no longer available. You see, during the second week of the screenshot UI update, a decision was made by Pluribus to remove the functionalities of the spectator mode movement controls seen here once you are in the new screenshot mode. You could still enter the spectator mode, don't get me wrong, but you no longer had the ability to move as you pleased. Your only viable form of movement within the confines of the screenshot mode is to use your arrow keys, and those can only move laterally, meaning left or right, and up and down, which means you can't really move the camera forwards or backwards. I mean, you could if you really tried, but it involves quite an extra bit of fiddling that you wouldn't have needed to do so with the original iteration of the screenshot mode. Moreover, you do not have any form of control over the speed at which the camera moved while in screenshot mode, meaning you move super fast all the time. That is a problem, as the super fast speed is simply way too fast for a nice, slow cinematic pan if your subject was anything but super far away. Anything up close will be impossible to film, and your only option would be a static shot, which, to put it simply, just doesn't look nearly as dynamic or cool as a moving panning one would. Now, of course, with any problems raised, it is only right to propose a solution. The simplest and quickest solution is to just add the functionality and controls of the spectator mode back into the screenshot UI mode. I think this shouldn't be hard, as it was there even when the screenshot mode was in its testing phase on Global Labs, and was still there during the first week of its launch. And at the same time, it would be much appreciated if the mouse sensitivity during the screenshot mode and the spectator mode could match the sensitivity of the adventurer's in-game settings instead, as the default sensitivity during that mode is just way too high. You see, it's not so much of an issue for those of you who are used to high sensitivity, but it's a jarring experience entering the screenshot mode each time if you are like me and came from an FPS background used to a lower sensitivity. Imagine this: one swipe of my mouse across my mousepad gives me one full 360 in game, but the moment I enter screenshot mode, one swipe across my mousepad now gives me many 360s in game. So yeah, it not only throws off our aim but messes up our muscle memory as well, and also gives headaches to those unaccustomed to this super high sensitivity. Now, I think Pluribus made this decision with the idea that us adventurers would only be using our own characters as the subject and not anything else, which is not entirely wrong, since the only people who will want to perform such panning panoramic shots are YouTube content creators like me, who would like to make videos showcasing the beauty that the world of Black Desert has to offer. It really would be a shame if we adventurers could no longer capture dynamic and moving motion pictures like we used to, and could only offer up uninspiring static shots to convey the beauty of this world, as this lack of creativity affects not just the creators but also the viewers as well. I mean, it will be quite lame and boring to see the same unchanging static camera angles from now on for all video content until the end of time, yeah? Well, anyway, that's it from me. Please share this video amongst your friends to let everyone know, so that hopefully Pluribus will revert the screenshot/spectator mode changes and give us the additional creative freedom that we can have. With that, take care and goodbye.